Next is Commissioner Peter Wood of ANC 1C03. Commissioner.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Peter Wood. I'm a Ward 1 resident in Adams Morgan, an ANC commissioner in ANC 103, and a firm supporter of clean, affordable energy. So unlike Commissioner Speck, my testimony does not represent my full commission, but I'm here today to share my perspective on how DC is getting it right on climate change and what further action we need in order to ensure the future is fair and prosperous for us all. As many attending this meeting are likely aware, DC is doing a solid job positioning the city for a difficult road ahead. Regarding energy policy specifically, there are a few highlights that I'm proud of. DC wants a sustainable energy mix. We see this in the Clean Energy DC Act of 2018, and this is a laudable goal. DC uses nuclear energy. That's a point I'll get to in a minute, but that's important. It's about a third of our fuel mix in 2021, and it really aligns with a lot of the other goals that we have. Energy efficient buildings is something that we prioritize. The Clean Energy DC Building Code is something that we see this. It's incredibly important. I think some of the testimony today has been evidence just of that. We have a transition plan for having more cleanly powered vehicles in the city, and that includes electric public and school bus fleet by 2045, and electric charging for privately owned vehicles, especially those without off-street parking. We are pushing for more efficient lighting through DC Smart Lighting. We're also hoping we have the goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions 50% by 2032 and achieving carbon neutrality by 2050. This is a really promising list, but what would oversight testimony be without some constructive criticism? Alongside these areas of strength, agencies, including DOEE, as well as the oversight and guidance of this committee, are poised for further improvement. Here are a few notable concerns and suggestions. So first, we really could reevaluate how effective DC's annual renewable energy credit structure is. We could reduce our dependence on renewable energy credits, and this would fall in line with what President Joe Biden has put forward through a 24/7 clean procurement goal. So rather than buying renewable energy credits in order to have clean energy, we can just use clean energy. And we can avoid the threat of high prices and increased fossil fuel usage. This is particularly important if our buses, cars, taxis, etc., are to be electrically charged, especially when we charge at night in periods of low wind. Wind and solar don't meet peak demand, and they're very volatile in terms of when the supply is available. And what the result is if we don't consume more nuclear energy in order to account for that, we continue to consume natural gas and coal, which of course are fossil fuels. And DC should increase its proportion of nuclear energy in its electric mix exactly for that. Buying more zero emission locally produced nuclear is good economics and good climate change policy. As you yourself have put it, Chairperson Che, quote, "The fight to arrest climate change is the single most important environmental and public health issue of our time." I agree, and know many of my constituents do too. It would be a shame to see the bold moves we've taken to make DC a leader in clean, affordable energy be nullified. Avoiding greater investment in nuclear energy would have that result by effectively making our mix one based on natural gas and complemented it with renewable energy credits as a substitute for actual clean energy. In that same text of the bill I cited, the Clean Commitment Act of 2021, you appropriately go on to note vulnerability to extreme weather is a crucial factor to consider as we advance DC's energy policy. A simple walk down the street from me in Adams Morgan through my single member district, which is about 12% park, to the low-lying lands near Rock Creek, which is vulnerable to flooding, gives a powerful reminder of how even seemingly stable infrastructure faces numerous threats. Thankfully, when it comes to powering our city's electricity, we have the tools in place to charge our lives in a low-emission, cost-efficient way. Nuclear energy plays a fundamental role in achieving our goals, and I urge this committee to continue solidifying its place as we make DC cleaner, more sustainable, and more affordable for all. Thank you.